What's good, YouTube? We're back with another Wavelength video. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you see by the title above, I'm gonna be showing you how to get your Wavelength set up with your game hub, the Windows game bar by hitting Windows key G. So if we just simply hold Windows key G, we see I'm on the wrong screen, Windows key G, and then it'll pop up at the top. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. Let's get straight to it. So if you don't already know how to set up your Wavelength, I'm going to quickly go through it. So right here, you want to go ahead and select wherever you want your microphone to be going through. Usually I go ahead and choose my headphones, the MV7s, wonderful situation, and I can hear it through the headphone port on that, but as of right now it's coming through my laptop speakers. Next thing you want to do is you want to create something that all your desktop sounds can go through. So right here, when I hit create channel, I went ahead and made one called Elgato Desktop Sounds. So there's only a certain amount of created channels you can do. There's only a certain amount of outputs you can do. So with doing this, you can have basically an unlimited amount of, stuff going into this. So all the applications you want to have go through here, you just change it in your Windows settings or in the app settings to go to this. And then once you do that, you want to create another one, maybe call it for mic only or mic only. Mine is named for OBS mic only. And then the next thing we want to do is make one for your microphone. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and create the channel right there. And then go ahead and select your microphone in the drop down list right here. So if it's not showing up, you might need to make sure it's plugged in correctly. It should show up right there. And then next thing you want to do is you want to make your personal mix. So your personal mix will have all the things that you want to hear. And then to make sure you're listening to your personal mix, you want to choose this ear icon. If you can't hear whatever mix you're trying to hear, it's because you didn't have this selected right here, or you did something crazy over here in this spot. So yeah, then I want to make sure that I select and have this coming through here. If it's not selected, it'll be blank right there. Click it to go through there. And then I don't have my microphone going through there because I don't want to hear myself through here. But if you wanted to see what it sounds like, you could simply choose, to add it there for a moment. Will be a slight delay, but you'll be able to hear what's going on with the changes you're making. And you can also go to the marketplace over here. And then when you're in there, you can download stuff like this sound effect right here. So this right here, I downloaded the Elgato noise removal. So you can download that. And then my settings, I usually use 12%, and then I do the 1000 millisecond response for the release because I don't want to risk it, cutting out in between me talking and pausing and stuff like that. So that's what I go ahead and do for that. And you can test out and play with a lot of those other ones as well. So if we take a look in here, you can see there's a ton of different things you can search and look through. And then you can play around and see if you like them, see how they sound, and, get it set how you like it. So now that we have that set up for the Elgato Desktop Sounds, now that we have the microphone set up right here, and then wherever you put yours for created just the, one for the mic output, you want to make sure that's going over there. Don't turn it down, leave it on 100%. And then we're going to go ahead and do the Windows G situation. So in here, we're going to go ahead and go to audio right there. Now, once we're in audio right here, we want to simply select, if it's not already selected, Elgato Desktop Sound, or whatever you called your main sound situation. So mine is already selected right here, so I don't have to do anything right there. Then we're going to go over to the voice. Now, once we go over to voice, we see right here, my microphone is going off because I selected the correct thing. But if I go in here and I, say I just add it in there, get it back like it was, Windows G again, and then right here you see we have the default communication output. So right here I'm choosing for the default output to be the Elgato Desktop Sound, and I'm choosing the default input to be for OBS mic only. So that's what I'm choosing here. So now everybody will be able to hear me like they're supposed to. I'll be able to hear them like I'm supposed to. Everything's going to be fine and dandy. Next thing, you can also see there's other spots in here as well, where it can go ahead and let you turn up and down different things, but you can't really do too much with it. So if you want to change where these things are outputting to or what they're pulling in, you want to go to your Windows settings. And to do that, you just want to simply go down to the bottom of the screen, choose this right here by your volume situation. And then once you're in volume settings, you can choose a lot of different things in here as well and kind of match it up just like we did inside of the Game Hub. And then you can also go into the volume mixer here, and this will show you all the different applications that you have open or just on the computer in general. Usually it'll just be the ones open. So right here, if I want to change where Brave is going, you see right there, it's going to the Elgato desktop sounds. So this is where you change it, you know, for individual applications. If you wanted to, you can change it for Discord as well, or you can change it inside of Discord. A lot of times, just because you change it inside of the application does not mean it's going to change here, you know. It just depends, but I've noticed that it doesn't always change in here just because you change it in the application. But yeah, that's how you get it set up to work with the Game Hub situation. I hope I'm even saying that that's the right thing. Game Bar, Game Hub, Xbox Game Hub. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, yeah, so the title will show the right name. Hopefully I've not been saying the wrong name this whole time, but anyway, if this video helped you out, please send a like button. It's greatly appreciated. It helps the channel out a ton. I've been doing a lot of different Wavelink videos just because I want to get it pushed out to where it needs to go. And a lot of people are going to be worried about different videos. Not everybody's going to be worried about the OBS. Not everybody's going to be worried about the Discord. Not everybody's going to be worried about this one right here. But if I do a couple of different versions, people can find the one they need instead of using the one they don't need to fix what they do need. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, down in the description, there's links to where you can find stuff to shop to your drop, things that I recommend in the setup, stuff like that. And if it's an affiliate link, I do get a small kickback from those purchases, but it's at no extra charge to you. And you know, yeah. See you in the next one. Peace. After a quick search, it is in fact called the Xbox Game Bar. So yeah, now we both know. Well, technically you knew because you searched up the video. So now I know.